Hello everybody, Wishbone8121 here, and welcome to my first League of Legends mobile Wild Rift video. In this video we're going to be going over Jungle Rammus and why he might be the best jungler in the game right now. He's just an absolute monster, and I'm going to show you a build that I've developed that I believe is better than the builds that are shown on YouTube and that are used by the so-called top players. First of all, this is a Warmogs build that allows you to constantly get out of team fights, heal back up, and go back in, or team fight on one side of the map, then team fight on the other side of the map without recalling, and then getting the dragon. It allows you to do all sorts of things that you can't do with any other build that does not have Warmogs armor. This uses the Searing Crown as your main DPS and threat building item, and the Searing Crown adds enough health to activate Warmog's armor, so it's active the moment you get it. Searing Crown's just really good. It burns people. Anyone that attacks you during your W gets burned. All your skills obviously burn people. Your auto attacks burn people. It's just super good. You want the stone plate. There's nothing else. Don't bother with anything else. You're going to use the stone plate. You're going to jump in with your ult and, taunt, hit everyone, and then the second that you start taking damage, you use your stone plate. Zeke's Convergence is super good. It gives a massive buff to your AD carry, and in this game, because it's a team game, you just cannot. You just always want to do what's best for your team, and in the long run, it will always work out better. So giving your AD carry a 30% magic damage buff is just absolutely nuts. Also, with the Searing Crown, that means that anyone who's within range of this blizzard will get slowed by 50% and take magic damage, 60 magic damage per second, because you're burning them with your other skills. So it works really well together. As my fourth item, I sometimes take Zeke's Convergence. Usually I do if I can get away with it. If I need more armor and magic resist, I of course get the Twin Guard first. And then after that, I either get Zeke's Convergence or the Iceborne Gauntlet, depending on whether I have an AD carry that can really make good use of the Zeke's. All right, let's go into runes. Really, I mean, you could add Thornmail in here instead of one of these three, but really these three are just better. Also, a lot of builds focus on like Thornmail and stacking tons of armor, but that doesn't even increase your sustainability against physical DPS, because the more armor you have, the more effective that health becomes, because they stack multiplicatively. It's just a basic the way the math for this game works. Is the more armor you have, the more valuable health becomes. This also helps defend against magic damage, especially with a little bit of magic resistance, and the health helps against pure damage as well. This type of build, you can actually sustain a prolonged engagement against Vayne, against even Darius, though Darius can be rough if he's super fed, but still, this is a very, very strong build. More of an overall build that you can use against any composition on the enemy team. It doesn't have to be just straight up physical DPS. This does just fine against mage teams. You destroy mages because they're all squishy, and then you have just shit tons of effective health, and you can defend yourself. So you just run around crapping on everybody. All right, let's go over runes. Aftershock and Weakness are just super good. Aftershock gives a 60% bonus armor and magic resist, and a flat bonus on top. And you're going to use this. This is going to proc mainly when you use your taunt, which you always use taunt and defensive bulk all at the same time. So that's like 135% armor and magic resistant bonus plus another 100 and something. So it's just super good. Well, the armor and magic resist bonus are different in defensive bulk, but it's super good. The damage is actually, not bad either, especially since this is a Warmogs build. so you do have a high health. Weakness is going to make anyone that you taunt, you just get hit harder by your team, which is why you want to use it. It's still better than anything else. Conditioning is really good. You could try Hunter Titan if you really want to for the tenacity, but I really think that conditioning is a little bit better. And then lastly, Hunter Genius is probably better than anything else in this. You don't need the mana band because you don't run out of mana, and you get blue buff all the time. And then the ability haste is just important for him because he is ability reliant. So I think these are the best runes you're gonna get. Like I said, maybe Hunter Titan if you really want more tenacity, but you're gonna probably need more creature anyway, so it won't matter. And you'll have the animals. All right, for spells, I really think you should not take Flash. Rammus is a tank. He jumps in there. You're not trying to jump around and escape things. You're trying to get in there, but he doesn't need help engaging because his Q and his R are both just so good for engaging that you never need Flash to help with that. The Ignite helps just tremendously in the early game. You Ignite and Blue Smite somebody, and you just crush them. Early game, nobody can handle Rammus at level 3 at all. 3, 4, 5, 6, nobody can take Rammus. You can usually take 2 people on by yourself. I mean, not always, but a lot of different combinations. You do just fine with that. And I mean, under a turret, you can like turret dive 2 people at level 6. I do it all the time. Certain combos, but anyway. The Ignites are super good. It's really good for igniting certain types of tanks and people that have a high regen. You can just, you kill them all game at really critical moments. You just ignite them. Very good. Better than Flash, in my opinion, for Rammus. It's better to just secure those kills and then walk away because you have the most defense in the game anyway. So that's that. Let's get into just one more thing, just so you can see that, well, just so you know about me a little bit. With Rammus, I tend to get MVP constantly, you know, which is crazy for like a tank to get MVP over and over and over and over, and there's another, and there's another. So this is what, like 7 MVPs within like 15 matches. Like, that's absolutely nuts. And a lot of those is very high win rate as well. So there you go. This is a pretty consistent build. And then I'm going to show you one of my better games, and we'll get right into it. All right, to start with, I'm gonna get armor to begin the game. It helps with your clear. It actually makes you hit harder because of your W and the way that your W works, and your E. We're gonna start with W. We're actually gonna max W first. It'll just make you more tanky. It'll be able to, with 2 or 3 points in W, you can turret dive at level 6 very easily, kill a couple of people. I do it all the time. Especially the duo lane. They're like both half health. I'll just dive in at level 6, kill both of them, and still get out. Even by myself, though, you know, it's better for people to get the assists, but you really don't need it. You don't need help to turret dive 2 people at level 6. Most duos can't take it, and they don't expect it. You know, it's very uncommon. Most people are not ready for Rammus to just pop out of the sky, fall on you, and kill you both. Especially with the Ignite and the Blue Smite. But anyway, I get my E second. So here I have W and E, and then I'll use my second smite on the wolves because by the time it comes off a cooldown, you're still the guy's below 500 health. So yeah, you might as well just finish him off with basic attacks. All right, now I'm going to get my Q, and as you can see, Rammus, you know, we're a minute in, and he's already halfway done with his jungle clear. He's just a very fast jungler, though I think, yeah, this game somebody stole my my red buff, which is fine. I'm just going to deal with it. You know, it is what it is. Kind of sucks, but, you know, whatever. I'll make them pay later. So, anyway, yeah, you're going to Now I'm putting another point in W. That way my W is just going to become super good, and we'll get our taunt. We'll max our taunt second. The Q, it is nice to have extra damage here. Singe didn't push any further, so I'm just going to leave him alone. Throw down a ward. Singe doesn't bother me. I'm going to get the Scuttler here. And anyway, yeah, so as far as priority, I really think it should be W then E. And that'll make your jungle clears. That's the fastest set for the jungle, and it's also better for turret diving. Now here, I'm actually going after the jungler. As you can see, Rammus just hits so hard against another jungler. Most junglers can't take him at all. Now Alistar is coming for me. So oof, yeah, they definitely. Yeah, I mean, they used a lot of spells and didn't really get anything done. And then I'm just gonna kill a Twisted Fate anyway. Oh, unfortunately, they turret dive me. I grabbed the one of the honey fruit real quick to heal up a little bit, and managed to just punish them for that terrible play. Yeah, so there's that. All right, I'm back in. Starting to get fed, and I'm just going to clear jungle as fast as I can. Starting on blue buff. Now at this point, I'm not going to use smite on in the jungle anymore. Basically, I'm just going to keep my smite for ganking, unless I get 2 stacks. Then I'll use 1 if I get 2 stacks. But that's pretty much it. So if you see me not using smite, that's why. Now I have 3 points in W, so my W is going to be pretty strong. I'll have just a ton of armor. And now I'll use... his setup is just so good for jungle because he has a lot of AoE damage. He doesn't really take that much damage himself, and you can use your Q in between jungle packs constantly. I'm actually going to go over to Twisted Fate here. He does have to flash away. I mean, that was totally worth it to get his flash. It just took me about 5 seconds, and it's a good thing he did flash because otherwise I would have killed him for sure. So we'll just keep jungling. Now I do get my red buff, so that's nice. So we'll just do a full jungle clear here, and then I'll see if there's anything worth doing on the map. Yep, you're going to see me turret dive at level 7, yep. Now, unfortunately, it's actually going to be a 1v5 here under a turret, but I'll still get the kill. As you can see, that was a 1v4 with the turret, and I still got the kill, still secured that kill. So and Alistar almost died. So obviously, turret diving 2 people is not a problem, especially if they're lower level. I do it all the time and walk away. It's just something Rammus can do that other characters can't, especially when you're gearing him with W as first priority, E second priority. Now I'm going to go after the dragon here. Twisted Fate is coming in now, another team fight. And what you'll see this game with a lot of these team fights is that I end up facing Tristana and Alistar constantly, and then the rest of my team is facing the rest of their team and usually winning. So that's usually how these team fights are going. So it ends up pretty good. My AD carry here, Varus, he does a good job, dealing with their team, while I deal with their AD carry. He comes up and cleans things up, and they get the dragon. So very good teamwork there. So basically, almost every engagement, I'm putting their AD carry down to critical health, and I am taking Alistar away from the rest of their team constantly. And then the rest of my team is just winning against the rest of their team because, it's like a 4v3 or 3v2, where the rest of my team just has a better position. Rammus is just really strong. And that's if I don't ultimate everyone. There's going to be some engagements where I get the ultimate off on everyone, and those are just, absolute shit show. You get to see it. Now here, there we go. That's a great ult. As you can see, Twisted Fate's basically dead. Alistar's like half dead. Now, unfortunately, Alistar and Singed are going to take me down, and then ended up being a 1v3. I thought my team was going to come in and help and actually help me out, but actually, what ends up happening is Varus again gets the cleanup, cleans up Alistar there, and then he's in position to deal with Tristana. Singed is just off and doing whatever it is he's doing over here. So that's fine. I'm back in. I'm going to get the red buff again. You just want to jungle as fast as possible. Keep yourself high level. Get lots of gold, and basically just always be doing something productive. You want to have both buffs as much as possible. That way you're very effective in team fights. I'm going to go in here. I try to go after Singed, but he's got the Riley Scepter, so he's tough to catch. Anyway, yeah, that I don't even remember what the champion's name is, but he's just basically a little bitch and gets killed constantly. I'm going to come after Singed from the other side. Urgot's going to come in, ult him, and that's pretty much that. So, yeah, and then I think now is when I'm going to get Warmogs here. Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll see in a little bit if I start regenning after this fight. We'll know I have Warmogs. There, let's see. Yeah, the items are up there. So from this point on, my build is starting to come together. Now, at this exact moment, I don't have as much armor as I want. But now... oh, look, Varus just absolutely crushed that Tristana. And I'm just going to turret dive this Alistar in here in a second. Yeah, so now I want to start building an armor item, but I do have tons of health, and I'll be able to basically regen between fights, which is super important. Twisted Fate here, as you can see, yeah, I'm starting to regen, so I can either recall or I can do a team fight. I'm actually gonna just gonna roll towards middle, and the Warmogs brings him back into full health, so I don't need to recall. I'm going to get blue buff first, so there we go. Again, just very efficient. Always be doing something. Warmogs allows me to just farm in between fights. Looks like somebody else is coming for me, huh? And he stole the blue buff, but I'm just going to... am I going to get the kill? I don't even know. I can't remember if I do or not. Though now it's a 2v. Okay, now it's a 3v1. Now it's a 4v1. Okay. And Varus gets the kill, gets the cleanup. Yeah, he did great this game. It's always nice when you have an AD carry that is, keeping the shit together. And Urgot is doing well here as a kind of a second tank. He's very high threat, and he's doing really well. My team's it's a good team this game. Now I'm alive, I'm coming back in, and I'm just telling them, I'm on my way, and just chill for like 10 seconds. Urgot is backing, but then he saw that I'm coming in, so he's, there we go. I waited for my Q to come back up, and then boom, I'm getting out the ult on up here. I ignited, yeah, I don't even know who that is. Oh, Singed, he's at 1 health, so he died. And then again, I'm fighting Tristana and Alistar here, basically by myself. I'm going to turret dive this Tristana right here, and I'll get the kill. Oh, no, I did not get the kill. But someone else, one of my other teammates got the kill on both of them, because they're both like 5 health. And then Varus finished off Twisted Fate. So there we go. Again, as a tank, you are reliant on your team, like not being retarded, not being completely retarded. But, you're always reliant on your team not being completely retarded. But as a tank, you can put them in the best position as possible for them to succeed. And this is the team game. That's just the best thing to do. Now I have armor and magic resistance, building up my Twin Guard. Don't have the full item yet, but I'm getting tankier. And my team here is taking out the dragon. While they're taking the dragon, I am grabbing red buff, and then I will be meeting up at Baron. It looks like we're gonna have a team fight over here. Oh no, it's not. It's not a Baron. It's the whatever that thing is. I totally forget its name. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna kill their jungler here, and then Twisted Fate comes in, and look at how tanky I am. I killed 2 people, and I'm still gonna get away. And Singe is gonna try to slow me down. He can't. And then I'm just going to heal up with Warmogs, and then I'm going to go back in another 10 seconds here. And this is why Warmogs are just so good. There, get the taunt off, and they down with Singed. And now I'm again, Warmogs is going to heal me back up to full, and then I'm going to be able to engage again. I'm looking for their team. Don't see him. But then I see Twisted Fate on the map, so Twisted Fate's he's just gonna die right here. It's nothing you can really do. And then this is tough with, but still they can't kill me. I'm just gonna disengage again, or no, I'm gonna go in and try to get Tristana. There you go, perfect. Yeah, that's a great team fight. Again, me and the AD carry just absolutely crushing it. And then Warmogs is healing me back up to full again. So now we're going to go after Baron. So yeah, I just did 2 team fights, and I'm going to do Baron, all without backing, because of Warmog's armor. So this is it's just a super good build. Now their team is starting to come. They're starting to realize something's happening. Varus is going after Singed to make sure he doesn't get in here with us, which is important. Their jungler comes in, but he's going to die so fast. He's just super squishy. So we kill him, and then there we go, we got Baron. And just in time for their team to come in, and I'm hurt, but I'm going to try to get away, at least, make it a pain in the butt and deal tons of damage on my way out. And yeah, actually I do manage to escape there. I mean, it's just absolutely nuts. And Warmogs is going to heal me back up. So now I can choose either to go back and get my items, which I think I have enough to build 2 different items right now. Or actually Twisted Fate didn't know I had Warmogs, so he came right after me. Thinking that he's gonna, finish me off. It didn't work out too well right there. So I'm gonna go and just kill him. And then Urgot's behind me. Yeah, that's that. And Singe is gonna die as well. There we go. That's that. Yep. So again, just this is really showing off the strength of Warmogs. And now I'm gonna finish 2 items. I got the Iceborne Gauntlets as well. So I got the Twin Guard and Iceborne Gauntlets, and now my build is very, very strong. Yeah, absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, so I'm gonna roll around. I see my team is fighting up by the middle turret. But what I'm gonna do is check to see if the dragon's there. He's not there. And then I'm going to go after Tristana again. Oh, look at how big those Iceborne Gauntlet area is. Oh my gosh, with just tons and tons of armor. We're going to get Alistar down, and then I'm going to go after Tristana. The Tristana comes after me, but look at Tristana's almost killing herself. Tristana basically killed herself hitting me. Now I don't have Thornmail. That's from the Searing Crown. MIW is just absolutely super destructive. I think the Searing Crown's just better than Thornmail. I'll just, it just is. It's way better. Just super strong. And then basically I think we just finished things off here. That's that. It's super good game. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Try this build out. It is super good. And yeah, you guys have a good one. See ya.